tonight? Gentle dreamer, let the hush of the night settle over you like a soft blanket woven from the quietest stars. Feel your breath slow, then slow a little more. The inhale rising like a tiny glowing lantern. The exhale falling like a feather drifting through moonlight. Everything around you softens now. Everything loosens. Everything melts into gentle stillness. And as the world fades into silence, imagine yourself floating upward, slowly, effortlessly, into a realm where every sound is a lullaby, and every glimmer of light moves at the pace of your deepest katamestopatus, high above clouds that shimmer like quiet silver seas, far from noise, far from thought, far from everything except peace. In this soft rising, you drift toward a place known only in dreams. The Valley of Echoing Stars, a land where time drifts like warm mist, and every tiny thing breathes in a soothing rhythm, matching the slow beat of the night. In this valley lives a luminous being named Luma, made of moon dust, soft starlight, and the quiet pulse of the universe itself. Its glow faint and sleepy, changing color with every tender feeling in its heart. Tonight, Luma rests curled inside a floating starship, a gentle cradle carved from ancient moonstone, drifting through a cavern filled with blue crystals that pulse in long, slow intervals, like the heartbeat of night itself. As Luma inhales, rising slightly, and exhales, drifting downward, its light dims and brightens with each wave of breath. But something feels different. The rhythm of the crystals is slower, quieter, tired, as though the valley has fallen into a silence so deep, even light can feel it. Luma opens its eyes, half glowing, half dreaming, and drifts toward the cavern opening, moving so slowly that the air barely stirs. Outside, the valley stretches long and silver under a sleeping sky. Yet the glow that normally dances along grasses and stones is faint, muted, resting beneath layers of soft shadow. Usually, the lullaby wind glides across the valley, carrying gentle harmonies woven from threads of starlight. But tonight, the wind is still, and the stillness is so complete it feels like the entire world is holding one long breath. Luma drifts lower, floating across fields of tall silver grass, each blade perfectly motionless. Not a sway, not a shimmer, not a single note. Luma runs its soft fingers through the unmoving grass, and beneath its touch, it feels a faint trembling, a quiet melody sleeping deep within the earth, trying to wake. Following these tiny pulses, Luma moves slowly, patiently, until the path leads to the Echo Trail, a winding road paved with stones that hum softly with every step. But tonight, they only whisper, as though too tired to sing. Luma places one careful foot after another, each movement gentle, reverent, respectful of the tender silence wrapped around the valley. The trail curves toward the Harmony Well, the ancient fountain of all melodies born in this place. A well whose glowing water once sang in steady waves, carrying rhythm into every corner of the valley. When Luma arrives, the well is still, the water dim and unmoving, quiet as if its heart has forgotten how to beat. Beside the well, curled into a trembling shape, lies a tiny being named Vero, an echo sprite made of pure vibration, normally glowing with soft pulses, but now flickering faintly, its form unsteady, shifting like a fragile heartbeat, struggling to remain. Luma approaches with deep softness, glow dimming to avoid overwhelming the fragile creature, and kneels beside it, recognizing the loneliness folded into its trembling shape. In a voice made of uneven vibrations, Vero explains that it absorbed the valley's melodies, not out of harm, but out of desperation. Its eco-body had grown to faint, too thin, too quiet, without melody, to hold on to. It felt itself fading into nothingness, Luma's heart warms with compassion, a golden pulse spreading through its silver glow. It reaches out slowly, gently, placing a soft hand over Vero's quivering form, offering warmth, safety, forgiveness, and with a breath that rises as softly as the first light of dawn. Luma begins to hum. The hum is barely audible, a warm thread of vibration, steady, soothing. Filled with such deep tenderness, it feels like a hand reaching into darkness. The sound flows into Vera, calming its trembling pulses, smoothing the uneven flicker of its fading form, giving it strength, giving it presence, giving it breath. And slowly, very slowly, Vero releases the melodies it gathered, each note rising from its small body like warm tears of light, returning to the well one glowing drop at a time, until the water stirs and begins to move once more.
The well glows, stirs, breathes, and then begins to sing again.
A low, warm hum rolling out across the valley in long, slow waves. The grass shimmers softly. The stones flicker in gentle acknowledgement. The crystals awaken with deep blue pulses, and the lullaby wind rises at last, drifting across the valley like a relieved sigh. Reborn with each wave of sound, the valley brightens, deepens, settles back into peaceful rhythm. Luma and Vero sit side by side, glowing in quiet harmony, wrapped in the warmth of a melody more tender than any the valley has ever known. And now, gentle dreamer, as their quiet lullaby spills into the night, allow your breath to fall into the same slow rhythm. Feel thoughts loosen, soften, dissolve like silver mist in warm air. Feel worries slide away like grains of starlight drifting from open hands. Feel your body sink deeper, heavier, safer, while somehow floating, as though the night itself is holding you in its palms, letting you rest, letting you drift, letting you fall into ease. Let the melody wrap around you, from the top of your head, down your face, your neck, across your shoulders, into your chest, your ribs, your stomach, your legs, all the way to the soles of your feet. Warm, slow, peaceful, allow the night to cradle you. Allow Luma's glow to drift into your heart. Allow your mind to grow so quiet, so distant, that thoughts become fading stars on a far horizon. Let yourself drift deeper, softer, further into calm. Feel the lullaby wind carrying you. Gentle, rhythmic, like waves brushing along moonlit sand, wrapping you in warmth, stillness, tenderness. And now, dear dreamer, let sleep approach. Not quickly, not suddenly, but slowly, like starlight melting into the edges of your awareness, a warm tide rising, a quiet glow expanding, until it surrounds you completely, holding you safely in the softest corner of the universe. Tonight, you rest in the valley of echoing stars, wrapped in silver glow, guarded by ancient melodies, held by the gentle warmth of two small beings who found light in darkness. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out softly. And let sleep carry you into the deepest, gentlest, warmest dreams.